Hey guys, this is Wabuf. Welcome to the new Let's Play of Dune II, The Building of a Dynasty. This game was released back in '93 and was the first of its kind in the genre of real-time strategy. You know, that's like StarCraft, I guess is the best way I could put it. But I didn't get my hands on Dune II until the release of Windows 95, and that was back when your PC came with like 4 to 5 games, like a war game, a simulator game, and all sorts of stuff like card games and different adventure things. So yeah, a little scary. I've been gaming for over 17 years, PC gaming. And in this game you're given the opportunity to join one of 3 houses: the Atredies, which are blue, the Ordos, which are green, and the Harkonnen, which are red. And these houses, or teams as I will refer to them, each have unique traits. For example, Harkonnen begins with an obvious advantage, having the trooper class soldiers, as opposed to the lesser armed like infantry units the Ordos and Atredies are given. Also, the Harkonnen are given much more powerful units just in general early on. So with a lack of difficulty settings, you could choose Harkonnen if you wanted an easy experience, or you could choose Atredies if you wanted a little harder of an experience, or even Ordos. They're a little more challenging to play as. Alright, just going to click load a game, go to my save. And getting into this game, you have a whole bunch of different viewports. See the one with where it says quad, attack, move, retreat. There's another quad, there's a infantry unit, and that's just different part of your viewport. And there's the navigation pane down here. And you can move people with shortcut keys like M to move, A to attack, G to guard, different things like that. And like on a harvester it'd be like H to harvest. If they just deployed and didn't do anything, you'd have to order them to harvest. And that's how you get your credits. You see in the upper right hand corner is by harvesting. And you harvest this stuff called spice, melange, or whatever. There we go. And I'm just placing a whole bunch of cement pads, because when you build on them, well, first of all, your guys move faster on them, and secondly, when you place a building on it, you don't have to repair it. It's just you're placing it on solid ground, not just terrain. Oh yeah, and by the way, you can only build on the terrain. You can't build on the not terrain, but you know what I mean, like the rock. You can't build on sand. Construction complete. Which means technically until, I think it's like the 4th or 5th level, until you get the mobile construction vehicle, the MCV, it's not until then that you can build off of your own rock. Like, because you can only build on touching structures. So you can't hop from one island of stone to another. And you have to constantly keep repairing your stuff and all sorts of things, and people will come attack soon. It is slow in the beginning, that's why I kind of skipped to this 3rd level. And I'm narrating it because I had to, I'm in Windows 7 and I had to do a whole bunch of stuff to get it to work, so it wouldn't even accept the second input on as far as recording the audio and recording my vocals, because it couldn't do MIDI along with its own voice tracks along with me, you know, the Windows sounds and my own voice through the microphone. So sadly I'm gonna have to narrate this. I had in my head what I wanted to say during it, so I kind of kept that in mind. Yeah, and friendly fire is on. You can tell your guys to attack each other, which is not cool, because when you're kind of in a hurry, you can accidentally click one of your guys and you're wondering why they're all dying, because they're attacking each other. And this is the Harkonnen I'm against. As you can see, Harkonnen quad. Yeah, when they start smoking, you know they're under half, or in the yellow or in the red. And later on, there is a repair facility. Currently, there's not. And I'm gonna tell this trike to attack this spice hole. And like I said, I really haven't watched any of the Dune II series or anything, or Dune series, so I really don't know everything that there is to know about it. Oh yeah, and those things that are moving around in the sand, I'm sure you'll see one here in a second. Those are sandworms. They can gobble up all your vehicles. They can only eat so many. They can eat like, I think it's like 4 or 5 before they just go away or die. I don't know exactly what happens to them. I'd imagine after eating that much metal, you kind of, you know, die or go away and get some tums. Yeah, and I kind of hesitated to place there because I wanted to kind of cross through for my people to go through. And you see how they get the troopers? That's a heavier trooper than my guys. They have a sort of bazooka sort of thing. My guys just have kind of like handguns. Because Harkonnen are in more favor with the royalty of this this whole civilization. So yeah, you kind of get the short end of the stick all the time. Yeah, there's a sandworm. He must have eaten someone. Looks like he's taking damage already. And there is a limit to how much you can build, like how many units you can build. I'm not sure what that's based on. I'll have to look into that for my next one. And I'm just having trouble fitting them all on my rock. Didn't leave enough room, at least for where the Harkonnen guys are invading. They normally invade in the same spot. They normally approach you at the same direction. Sometimes they will drop off people, like on your base, like behind your base, and all of a sudden you're getting attacked. It says, you know, your base is under attack, and you go look, and it's like, oh, how'd they get back there? And then you'll see like one of their planes flying away. It's like, oh, jeez. But normally after you defeat or correctly handle, however that is, an attack like that, like an airstrike sort of thing, if you correctly handle that, you will be airlifted vehicles free of charge, and you'll be normally dropped off something that's a little bit more advanced, like a tank or something. Construction complete. But yeah, like I said, this is level 3, I think, and I don't think they're named or anything, but the first 2, you're just your goal is not to defeat the enemy. It's to you can defeat the enemy, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't make you win. You have to get enough money, and I think the very first level is 1,000 credits, and the second level is 1,700 or 27, I forget, but you have to get a silo to hold that much spice, processed credits or whatever. Yeah, and since this guy's a little bit injured, I'm going to send him on a fog of war clearing mission. Just move him all over the place and discover stuff. Have him run into the mines, since he's lacking in health. Get it. Find out as much as you can. That's good enough intel for me. Shows me the extent of their base. I know I can go either to the extreme upper right or upper left and get him from behind. Yeah, see this harvester, I have to tell him to go harvest. If they're not close enough to the actual spice, they won't know where it is, and you have to go tell them. You have to give them orders. What's cool later on, especially with Atredies and Ordos, you can use a lot of planes. You can buy planes, make an airport, and they will drop your people off for you. They'll drop them off at the repair facility when they need it repaired. They'll drop them back off all the way at the other side of the map after they're done repairing. Really cool. And I didn't know that till like 1997. Till I played it for a long time. Keep going, keep going. Ah, there's their construction yard. And the construction yard is comparable. It's like the most important thing. Like, without the construction yard, you can't build any more buildings. So if you disable that, they can't build anymore. And the same is to be said, but a little bit less with the... Uh-oh, yeah, see, there's the airstrike. And that's bad because I sent a lot of my defense up. And they're heading out. Not so cool. And yeah, you just saw he was shooting at his own his own base. The AI doesn't know to go around its own base, so you could have it shooting its own structures. Yeah, I'm not looking so good here. I do get the upper hand, trust me. But yeah, the construction yard's essentially the central processing unit of their setup, and the silos and refineries are their RAM. And the windmills, I guess you could call those their power supply.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Yes, sir. Infantry out.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get this guy to walk into it. If you walk into the construction yard, I don't know if it's like a suicide attack or what, but like it causes a lot of damage. You don't get your infantry back, but you could walk them into it, and it causes terrible damage to it.
Yes, sir.
And actually later on with Ordos, the green guys, they get a every house gets a castle later on. That the red gets a missile, it's a death missile or whatever, and I forget. Oh yeah, the blue get Freeman, which are these tannish color troopers, triple trooper guys, and they just appear wherever on the map and just start attacking the other base, and you can't control them, which is kind of odd, but yeah. And the Ordos get a saboteur, and he will walk into their building with a bomb. And you know, I think you can order that guy where to go. I forget. It's been a long time since I've been Ordos all the way to the end. Like I said in the intro, that was kind of that's another harder one to be on. I'd say Atredies is definitely the hardest to be in this game.
Atredies unit deployed.
Because you're given the least, you're helped out the least. And that's why I'm being it. So I can show you guys the extent of the game.
Acknowledge. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes. Infantry out. Report. Affirmative.
Get him.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Report. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Enemy unit destroyed.
And what's really impressive about the game is it's just
Unit destroyed.
a total of, I think, 3 megabytes.
Base is under attack. Enemy
And I think it's
destroyed.
actually smaller on the original disc.
Yes. Infantry. Yes, sir. Infantry. Report. Acknowledge.
But I mean, it's such a small game, and you can spend hundreds of hours on it.
Reporting. Acknowledge. Yes. Infantry out. Infantry. Yes, sir. Infantry out.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Acknowledge.
Just one of those where you just sit down and all of a sudden 3 hours went by and you're like, what?
Acknowledge.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Like I have to go to work or I have to go to sleep? What?
Reporting. Affirmative. Report.
So, yeah.
Yes.
If anything, it's an excellent time killer.
Report. Affirmative.
Something we actually need less of.
Report.
Keep telling my guys to attack each other.
Report. Affirmative.
Bad.
Report. Affirmative. Affirmative. Report. Affirmative. Report. Affirmative.
Warning. Worm sign.
Reporting. Report. Affirmative. Reporting.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Report. Acknowledge. Report. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Ooh, getting a lot of money. That's good.
Reporting. Acknowledge.
Enemy unit
Build some more
destroyed.
people. Yeah, and you're probably going to be whistling this
Deployed.
this war tune.
Affirmative.
All their little themes are catchy. Very, very well written music.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Yes. Infantry. Reporting.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Reporting.
Yeah, I don't think I'm building fast enough. Oh, there we go. Oh, good. Building another one. Forgot that I built another one.
Unit destroyed.
I'm already a couple levels ahead normally. If I ever do a Let's Play, I'm normally a couple hours further into it when
Construction.
if I ever narrate anything.
Atredies unit deployed.
Acknowledged.
That's another cost that's incurred, is the Atredies have to upgrade everything in order to get the
Construction.
advanced vehicles, the more advanced at the time,
Construction.
which
complete.
costs, I think, like
Atreides
250
deployed.
credits.
Reporting.
Ridiculous.
Affirmative.
I mean, with that, you could have a couple more vehicles, you could have, or like another building, you know, another
Reporting.
part that makes it so hard.
Destroyed.
It makes
Our base is
Atredies
under attack.
much harder than Harkonnen.
Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledge. Report. Report. Acknowledge. Report. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Infantry out.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Infantry reporting.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Wow, he just sent these guys down. They're nuts.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Gangbusters.
Affirmative.
Enemy unit
And another
destroyed.
cool thing, anything with tracks, like a tank later on, or currently a harvester, you could run over any
Acknowledge.
Enemy unit destroyed.
unit that's on foot
Acknowledge.
and
Affirmative.
crush them. Not your own, obviously, but the
Reporting.
enemies.
Acknowledge. Report. Acknowledge. Report. Acknowledge. Report. Acknowledge. Report. Acknowledge.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Alright, I think we're gonna fast forward this a little bit. It's gets kind of repetitive here.
Reporting.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledge. Reporting. Acknowledge. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledge. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Atredies harvester deployed.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Report. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Atredies unit destroyed.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Report. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Atredies unit destroyed.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Report. Affirmative.
Atreides unit destroyed.
Acknowledged.
Atreides unit destroyed.
Alright, just getting to a point here where I'm gaining the upper hand.
Unit destroyed.
Send all my guys up around the back, the
Report. Affirmative.
extreme upper right
Unit destroyed.
corner.
Report. Report. Affirmative.
Enemy unit.
And even though half of them were injured, I could still
Affirmative.
still have them do things like really distract them while I take out the front of their base. So I just made sure that the people going around back would get there before the
Enemy unit destroyed.
main attack would get there in the front.
Acknowledged.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Report. Acknowledged. Reporting.
And see that they're heavy troopers, really
Unit destroyed.
Report.
putting the
Acknowledged.
smack down on my quads.
Acknowledged. Reporting.
So I'm gonna put a stop to that. I'm getting rid of this
Acknowledged.
WAR, WOR. Not positive if it stands for anything, but
Report.
yeah, it's what they make their
Affirmative. Reporting.
infantry and soldiers with. So actually, I don't think that they can make infantry. I'm not sure.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Atreides unit destroyed.
It's been a long time since I've been Harkonnen.
Acknowledged.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Yeah, and you can pick on their harvester too.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Except he's got a lot of health, so
Report. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
and yeah, a lot of times right after you destroy a building, there will be a couple people, light infantry
Warning.
still standing there, like, you know, workers in the building or people in training, you know.
Reporting.
I'm not sure if that's a concept behind it, but that's what I get out of it.
Affirmative.
Yeah, pretty much right here they're doomed because they're without their construction yard. That's the very first thing I took out.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting.
And the AI isn't isn't all that great here, right here, because they these two guys right here that you see, three guys now, are on guard. And that other quad spawned behind his light factory, so now he's now attacking his own factory. Smack! Alright, and I'm trying to get the refinery right up to the upper right.
Atredies unit deployed.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Except they're still trying to repair it. That obviously means they still have some money
Reporting.
stocked away somewhere,
Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
which is probably in the silos, but, you know,
Affirmative. Reporting.
can never know.
Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Report.
Never know until you take it out.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yeah, so since, yeah, he's aggroed on the other guy, I'm just gonna go ahead and let that go.
Report. Acknowledged.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Report. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Enemy structure destroyed.
And it's all over for them. No more people left.
Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
And I'll probably fast forward this too.
Enemy structure destroyed. Your mission is complete.